Hello everyone, welcome to the second model I have ever painted to completion video. And right off the bat, I'm going to say, I do not like how this model turned out. But I am very happy with what I learned from it. And that's why I'm including it, not going, oh, I'm not going to do model number 2 because I don't like it. No. I think this is important and part of my journey. So let's take a closer look here. Now, actually, I'll just try this. There we go. So primarily, I used the contrast paint from GW, the black one, which I forget the name of right now. I don't have it in front of me, so I can't tell you the name. And doing 2 coats of that over the priming of it, which was a gray. Hang on, there's a cat hair here. There we go. Okay. Made this the blackest black I have ever seen. Like, here we go. It vanishes. That's how black it is. So it is very, very dark. Now, I do love it, and that's something that I would like to play with on other models where it's appropriate. And that was one of the things that I learned, that a straight up black Necron paint job, it doesn't work. I was going for just the darker color that you've seen some older footage, like if you load up the video game Dawn of War Dark Crusade, in the video footage they're a much darker color. But what it is a there's like a metallic with a black over top, so you get a very different effect than what straight black gives you. And so yeah, so I painted the whole thing black. It's like, oh yeah, all right. I moved on to the gun, which is a combination of things from there. We'll get to the rest. Excuse me one second. I'm not feeling very well at the time of recording here. It could be some very bad allergies that are making me sick. It could be a cold, or it could be COVID. We're super careful, but the chance is not a 0% of COVID coming into the home. Anyway, so I painted this gold for the gun. It kind of looks like a copper to me, but anyway, this is a gold. A brighter gold. Let's see. Which would be, you put down a dark color gold, and then you put on top of that a brighter color, and it helps the brighter color. It's kind of like the darker helps diffuse the base color that is underneath. Sorry, not the base color, but the prime color underneath. And then you put the bright color, which is similar in tone to the darker color, and it seems to really help. And it's like, oh, okay, that's something new for me. I'm going to cut across here because it'll be easier to point with the knife here. This I painted a different color. It is a contrast red over gold, I believe, or silver. Could be wrong. Sorry. And this is a contrast blue. Now for the cables, to break up the color. And I think it almost works in my mind, but it doesn't quite. Here you can see I moved on to doing the coils here, which is supposed to be a tesseract glow. I was still trying to figure out, I need to put this down, my hand is sore, I am sorry. But we get a top view of it, so it still works out. At this point, I was still trying to figure out how the paint worked. And what I mean by that is, when you're painting, how translucent it is going to show the color underneath more or less. And even if it's has very high pigment count, if I'm using the words correctly, the color underneath can still affect the one you're putting on top. And I really had no concept here. And that's why the Tesseract Glow really does not work here. So again, another major learning point for me. Itchy. Hang on. Sorry. So let's move on to this here. The shoulder blades, if you will. Shoulder pads, it's more like shoulder blades. I painted them silver so that they pop. Also, a representation of a light source. I was trying to understand how light works in terms of if you had, say, a sun here or a light source here, how it would shine onto the model and change things. And so some spots are light, some spots are not, and that's for this, for the shoulder pads. And it's like, it looks funny. I bet you if I was to put a black wash over this and dull that silver, it would look better with it. Because I have a lot more experience. Still minimal, but a lot more experience. Now this here. Okay, let me see if I can just rest my hand here. A little tired today. This here. And on the arm. Now, I'll explain my emotional state when I was painting this. There, just put it down. Now, I was talking about this with my partner. He was explaining it. A light source. When you get a cylindrical object, light is going to be the brightest on like the top part, and it very subtly diffuses as it goes away, but it's still very bright until it gets to a point where light can't hit anymore. And it's like, okay, yeah, I see that. You can see it in everyday objects, and how where light isn't hitting, it's actually casting a shadow, right? Like, does this show up? No, it's not actually bright enough in here to show a very good shadow. Isn't that interesting? There we go. So there's a little bit of light coming in from the window. So it's hitting here, getting this brighter, but it's being blocked, and you can sort of see the shadow on the white paper there. Only if I move it. So, yeah. That's kind of what's going on. So, it's like, okay, you put the light on. But by this point, in painting the model, I was so frustrated and upset how the black did not turn out how I had hoped. I just kind of went, fuck this, and got some silver and just went, slopped it on. There and there. It's correct in that's, a light source shine, but I don't like how it was done. But it is a wonderful example in showing a very extreme level, light source to a shadow part or a dark part in the black. So I can look at this and go, I have a visual representation on a model I don't like that is a fantastic example where I can take more time on other models and visualize in my mind, how would this look or how would that look, and that kind of approach. And I have done that on some other models. So yeah, now once I did that, I did, well, there's the chest here. There's some silver there. There's supposed to be the Tesseract green. Oh, I'm sorry. No, let me put this back into focus. Let's start over here, right? Yeah. So I I painted the chest here. And yeah, supposed to be Tesseract green in between the rib cage there. You can't see it. Like I said, I didn't understand it. However, what is interesting, will this show up? I don't know. Let's try. It's on the left arm. Not very well. What I did is the glow that would come from the gun and the clear green plastic rod supposed to go in here. It's the old style Necron Warriors. And what I did is I put some Tesseract glow over onto, actually that angle there. It's really good. You can see the green. That is green of Tesseract glow on top of the black. And even though it is not glowing, it will show a light source. And I think that actually turned out really well. It's wonderful. I really like it. And it's something I would like to do in the future on other models more carefully. Then I moved to the base. Very simple. Put down some glue, put down some static grass. I painted green where it didn't quite cover. Now, as for this sloppy trim, one of the things that is done in the hobby is, I'll have to grab a different model here to show, is on the bases, you basically can see that's plastic. It almost has even a visual texture to it. And so what people do is they take a black paint and they paint the rim. Well, yeah, paint the rim here and cover that. Well, I kind of primed this. An off-white. I will at some point paint the rims of my models, but I really haven't. But that's what this is, this white. I will, this one I'll paint black. And and you'll probably take 2 coats, maybe 3, and it'll neaten up the model. It will finish it off. Now, the base is basic. Not hugely happy with it because I've gotten more elaborate. There's a little tough thing here. Something like this. I'll just put this right here. And what that is just these little things. They're sticky. You can put them on the base. I glue them to the base. And it's like this one is Highland Tufts. That's it. There's other ones we have. Got some flowers, and I've used them. I quite like them. Combine them with other things. I've even taken them and pulled them apart a little bit. So instead of being like a circle, it was more of a line, you know? And so, yeah. I think we'll wrap up there. This model I do not like. This was the second model I ever painted to completion. And this model was a huge, huge learning experience that is absolutely positive. So the mistake of the model has resulted in positive learning, positive techniques, and even for future painting of other projects. Like this black is almost exactly what I was looking for a different army, the Sisters of Battle, that I want to try and incorporate. I want something very black. And the more black something is, oops, it's off camera. There, it's on. The less you can see. It's very cool. There's actually, if you're interested in just how cool it is, there's a product out. I think it's on 3.0 for its version. The Blackest Black paint. And there are videos of people using it, and it is wild. Excuse me. Yeah, there are models where they paint it black and they have it against a black backdrop, and you can't see the damn thing. You cannot see the edges of the model, which is something that you normally could see, even if the colors are matching to a degree, that is. So anyway, yeah, it's very, very interesting. Oopsie. So easy to shake the camera. So yes, this is my most disliked painted model to date. And I love what it taught me. Kind of interesting. So I do hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you will join me in the future for other videos. But until next we meet, please do be safe, everyone. Bye.